global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. We are still trying to wrap our heads to understand the dynamics or the reasons behind Governor Hope Uzodinma's perspective on the Muslim ticket, why he stood for what he stood for, and probably his strong point, trying to understand or unravel the reasons or motives behind it. It looks like we're not done yet with the issue of governors, especially from the southeastern extraction, how they're beginning to stand strong and stand tall for the Muslim ticket. The question is, what is going on? Is it that gradually what happened in Turkey is taking place? Even though the northern group have decided to play down on the ticket, in a moment we're going to hear the two news put into one. Let's quickly find out what Orji Uzor Kalu is saying. Well, according to the news, let's start with Orji. The chief whip of the Senate, Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, has reacted to the controversy that has trailed the single faith ticket. Kalu, who addressed journalists at the National Assembly as at Wednesday today, said Christians shouldn't feel threatened if the All Progressive Congress makes such a move because it's a presidential candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu's wife. Remi Tinubu is a pastor. The former governor of Abia State said, and I quote, "Let me tell you, in my house, my wife is the head of the house in reality. Even men that are here now that your wives aren't here, they are the head. Like if I wear this cloth, my wife will tell me, my dear, this cloth is not good though, remove it. Your wife will tell you, you are supposed to eat akara and akamu. Whether you argue with her, you must take that akamu and your wife wants you to pay children's school fees. Whether you argue or not, you must pay. The Christians should relax because Tinubu's wife is a pastor. And once she's a pastor, we are protected because she's not a housewife. She has political knowledge." I'm honestly, before we go to the second news, I'm wondering, did I hear well? As in, what is the position of the wife of a president? That office has been abolished a long time ago, even by the President Buhari, President Muhammad Buhari, where he said that there's nothing like office of the vice president. That's talking about the Oza room. And that there's nothing like first lady, sorry, office of the first lady, sorry, not vice president now, office of the first lady, that there has to be the Oza room. Now, if there is no office of the first lady, so what is her role? She's only Tinubu's wife. She's not the wife or the first lady. She's not the wife of Nigerians. And her say doesn't count. Whenever they want to make speech, they will not say the wife of the president. They will say the president, Federal Republic of Nigeria. They take orders from him and not from the wife. The wife, as such, the political position you're looking at is inconsequential, with due respect to her position as a wife, with due respect to her as a person. But in political tenets, she is just an ordinary wife to the president. The president is who we elected, and he is the only one that can speak, and Nigerians and the commander in chief and the armed forces of Nigeria will listen, and not the wife. So Orji Uzor Kalu, with due respect, please be, when you are playing this politics, remember many millions of Nigerians' life are involved. Let's find out what Arewa youth are saying. Well, the spokesperson for the NEF, Dr. Hakim Baba Ahmed, during an interview on China television, accused politicians of playing games with the. Don't forget that in Kaduna right now, Southern Kaduna have been going through a lot when it comes to the issue of insecurity, and they've been crying and shouting. Has a lot to do with their faith. Well, even at that, the Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria have also decided to speak on this matter, and this is what they have to say. The Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria, CSN, has warned political parties against presenting a Muslim or a Christian ticket ahead of the forthcoming 2023 general elections. This was made known in a statement jointly signed on Tuesday by the Secretary General of CSN, Very Reverend Father Zachariah Sam Jumi, and the Director of Social Communications, Very Reverend Father Michael Nsikak Omo, are made available. They said the organization explained that with the present glaring crisis and division in the nation, a Muslim ticket will be the most insensitive and tack endorsement of negative voices of many non-state actors who have been threatening this nation's unity and peaceful coexistence without an arrest. After tough battles that produced their respective flag bearers, the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) and the opposition (PDP) have been racing against time to pick their presidential running mates ahead of Friday's deadline handed down to them by Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). While Atiku has already constituted a committee to complement his efforts in the search for a running mate, Tinubu is continuing consultation with groups and individuals for advice. Hence, there have been indications that the former Lagos State governor might settle for a Muslim candidate from the northern region of the nation. While stating that a single faith ticket is not entirely bad, it is not against democratic principle. The CSN is of the view that such an arrangement may be a disaster for the current situation of the country. The statement reads in part, and I quote, "The process for the 2023 general election in Nigeria has been initiated, and there are so many things to be happy about. The passing of Electoral Act 2022, which allows the use of electronic devices for accreditation and in capturing and transmission of results, the prompt release of election timetable by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), the renewed confidence in the electoral process by the electorate as the demonstration in the massive last-minute turnout for voters' registration, amongst others. It is, however, disheartening to observe that the conduct of most of our politicians seem to be going from bad to worse, as we witnessed a show of shame, heightened ugly culture of money politics during the recently held primaries. While all this is going on, we must not lose sight of the fact that the unity of this country has over the years been maintained by a delicate balance of religious and regional moves. Even in the despotic military era, most juntas ensured the balance of the religious architecture in their regimes. For instance, we had Murtala Obasanjo Yaradua, Babangida Ebutu, Ikwe Abacha Dia. These also apply to the heads of the various military formations and the different government parastatals like customs, immigration, finance, and so on. Significantly, it was only during the General Muhammad Buhari era as military head of state that we had a Muslim military dictatorship. That similarly only once did we have a Muslim ticket in 1993 democratic elections, which featured Abiola Kingibe ticket and turned out to be one of most of Nigerian fairest and fairest elections, but freest. But the government never took off. Fast forward to 2022, 30 years later, some individuals have tried to suggest the Muslim ticket for the presidential election in the country like Nigeria that's unfortunately been badly polarized. Ordinarily, there would have been nothing wrong with Muslim or Christian ticket in a democratic dispensation if there is mutual trust and respect for human persons, where the overriding desire for seeking political office is the fostering of the common good. But one cannot really say so of our country at the moment, with the present glaring crisis and divisions in the nation. A Muslim ticket will be most insensitive and a tacit endorsement of the negative voices of many non-state actors who have been threatening this nation's unity and peaceful coexistence without an arrest. Going by Kaduna experience, we can perceive the havoc the Muslim ticket has brought upon the predominantly Christian society of Southern Kaduna. We therefore strongly advise those political parties toying with the divisive agenda to have a rethink by presenting a more inclusive ticket, while two of the three on all people of goodwill to resist this burden injustice that may be hashed against a cross section of the people, the group added. All right, you've heard them all. Let's meet in our comment section. Orji Uzor Kalu, NEF, Northern Elders Forum, and of course the Catholic Secretariat have spoken. Let's interact, what's the take. Have a nice time.